Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. Before I begin today's video, I want you all to see these two images. You can see these lines on your screen and let me just also read it out. On the left hand side is an image of a quote that goes, "By the skillful and sustained use of propaganda, one can make people see even heaven as hell or an extremely wretched life as paradise." If you don't know already, this is a quote by Adolf Hitler. In the second picture, you see a headline. It is in all caps. It says, PM Modi is working hard. Don't get trapped in opposition barbs. Now, I don't know what difference the all caps headline makes, but in millennial lingo, the all caps statement is considered as saying the statement loudly. So, well, these are the two images that I wanted to show you. The video is about the second image though. You see, since the last few weeks, the international media has not quite been kind to Modi government in their criticism as their Indian counterparts. Our mainstream media is blaming the system while the international media has been speaking about the failures of those in charge of the system. Indian government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic was not only slammed by the foreign media houses but also the Lancet, which is considered as the Bible for medical sector. It pointed out how the government went ahead with events like Kumbh Mela despite rising COVID numbers and declared early victory on the virus to the extent of even calling it endgame of virus. It also slammed the botched-up vaccination drive that has caused massive confusion and bottlenecks in the vaccine supplies. It called on the government to own up to its mistake and provide a responsible leadership in these trying times. Today, India lost more than 4,200 citizens to COVID-19. Active cases are well beyond 37 lakh and overall caseload in the country has mounted to more than 2 crore. It has been almost 3 to 4 weeks and there are still incidents of people dying of oxygen shortages. So India is not out of the COVID nightmare yet. As I also said in my last video, Prime Minister Narendra Modi during first wave addressed the nation several times. This time, however, the Prime Minister has chosen only Mann Ki Baat, the monthly radio show, as his mode of communication with the people. That is a monthly address, so how do you tell people that Prime Minister has been working and he has been working really hard? Well, this is how. Get the entire cabinet, all BJP leaders to share a piece of news that says he has been working hard and ask people to not get trapped in opposition barbs. And that too in all caps. Several ministers including Prahlad, joshi, Anurag Thakur, Kishan Freddy, Jitendra Singh, BJP leaders tweeted this. BJP IT Cell chief Amit Malviya also tweeted the news article. Also notice how majority of them seem peculiarly similar. Some almost word to word similar. Well, obviously the article intrigued people and enough of them landed on the news website, causing it to crash for nearly 2 hours. The website's name is Daily Guardian. The article is written by Sudesh Verma and it says that there is another side to this, that is the pandemic, which is positive and not being reported because death is a big news and recovery is not. More than 85% of people recover without hospitalization and it is only the 5% or so which needs critical hospital care. He further goes on to say that while I have heard news of the deaths of friends and associates, I have also heard news about entire families recovering very fast. In another paragraph, heaping praises on Prime Minister Modi, he says, "Here is a Prime Minister who tries to work silently when a crisis comes and does not react to political statements since this is not a time to take the bull by the horns. He focuses on channelizing his energy into finding solutions and works with double speed. If he also becomes a crybaby like the others, who will come up with a solution? I would not have defended him since the person who is the best speaker in the country does not need a minion like me to defend him, but I am angry. Angry that we seem to be losing our critical faculty. Facts and logic work no more." Well, read the last line once again. So I read the entire piece and the whole sum and substance is that Prime Minister Modi is working really hard, states are not doing enough, but nobody is blaming state chief ministers and everyone seems to be targeting only the Prime Minister. Also, as I read out from the article, the author believes that there is a positive side to the pandemic which the media is not reporting because death is a big news and recovery is not. Now I will come to this positivity part later on in the video, and please don't miss it as it is a very crucial point in this whole argument about positivity during the pandemic. So let's come back to the article. The next obvious question after reading the article is, who is the author? Who is Sudesh Verma? What does he do and what are the credentials? If you click on the author name, it directs you to the list of other articles he wrote for the website, but the author bio does not mention anything about him at all. A quick Twitter search and you will see Sudesh Verma is a member of the BJP national media team. He is a president of Debating India and he is the author of Narendra Modi, The Game Changer. This is a book that he has written. Now, not only the author, even the website's name itself led to a lot of curiosity since it is very similar to UK publication The Guardian. Few days back, The Guardian had criticized the Modi government for its handling of the pandemic. So many felt that this was just a website created to sound like an international publication. As it turns out, the Daily Guardian is a part of ITV network that is owned by Kartikeya Sharma, son of Haryana politician Vinod Sharma. The group also owns NewsX TV and Sunday Guardian Weekly, besides several regional channels. The piece was published on the op-ed page of the Daily Guardian's paper. Now again, there is nothing wrong with Daily Guardian publishing article praising Prime Minister Modi in its op-ed page. However, it looked more like a concerted effort from the BJP side with even ministers, several BJP leaders promoting it. It looked like an attempt to fight off the media criticism that the government has received from international media. Well, nothing wrong in fighting criticism also, but only focusing on fighting criticism, that is where the problem really is. The Modi government has earlier directed Twitter to remove tweets criticizing government's handling of the pandemic. Some of these tweets were made by public representatives themselves. The social media campaign, however, seemed to backfire. If this wasn't already enough, the BJP waded into another controversy over positivity push. 2 days ago, the Mann Ki Baat Updates Twitter handle tweeted this. This month's Mann Ki Baat is back again to celebrate the power of positivity and strength of 130 crore Indians. This, many users thought, was insensitive considering what the pandemic has done to many families. Now let's talk about the positivity argument, as I said. First of all, it is not that people of India are not optimistic that we may one day be able to defeat this virus and overcome this. But selectively using the be positive argument when media points out flaws of the government is shameful and also very insensitive to the people who couldn't make it out of the pandemic alive. It is an insult to those who are right now mourning the deaths of their loved ones. How are we supposed to be positive when people die because they did not get the oxygen supply on time? Maybe they could have defeated the virus, but that chance was snatched from them because of government's failure in ensuring oxygen supply. It has been a month since oxygen tragedies in Delhi. Yesterday, we lost 26 citizens in Goa hospital allegedly due to lack of oxygen supply. 11 died in Tirupati hospital when oxygen supply was disrupted. Can you imagine for a moment what it is to watch your loved ones die in front of your eyes? How are we supposed to be positive when 100 bodies of suspected COVID-19 patients wash ashore Ganga River in Bihar, when those dead are not even granted dignity? Who is responsible and who is to hold accountable? The media has been called many names. Many of the reporters who are reporting from the ground risking their own lives, uncovering the reality of India's tragic COVID-19 death toll, they are called vultures. Many are called doomsayers for pointing out the severity of India's COVID-19 nightmare. But it is our job to show the mirror to the society and hold the government accountable. The government whose lack of foresight and early celebration has brought us here. So finally, being positive does not mean not questioning the government. In fact, on the contrary, we are positive that when we continue to do our job, the government will wake up and do theirs. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free. Because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying rupees 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying rupees 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.